Hi, my name is Sedra Olabi, and I am a sophomore, class of 2025, and my pronouns is she, her.
My name is Isabella Howard. I'm class of 2025, and my pronouns are she, her.
I'm Sam Osius, class of 23, he, they.
I'm Lucy Abell. I'm class of 2023. My pronouns are she, her.
My name is Yelena Fleming. I'm a sophomore, class of 2025, and my pronouns are she, they.
I think a lot about sort of reviewing your past experiences and looking back on them, and not only just remembering them and kind of putting them into their proper context, but trying to assess what their impact or what the impact of like things generally doesn't have to be your experiences have been on who you are as a person. Looking not only at things that have occurred, but what they've done to you or changed about you.
I really think about the past and the future, and sometimes the present in between. Also about the actions, people.
I don't know. Honestly, just kind of like time. I feel like it's just supernatural. You can't help but reflect as time continues to pass. Even if it's like, oh, like what did I do yesterday? How was that? Like, ooh, I kind of bummed that social interaction, you know? Sort of time is the first thing that comes to mind, and that's it, I guess.
First thing that pops up is like the lawn scene in like the 1990s film, when she's like having this big like moment in her life, and she's trying to decide where to go next. To be honest, mostly puddles, but pools of water. Like sitting down alone, like maybe against a tree, and just kind of thinking.
It's important. I think it means a lot in the sense that I think without it, you really don't get a good sense of why you are the way that you are, or really who you are, or you don't really understand the things that are happening to you, or the things that are happening in the world more generally. I think it's a really, really important thing. I don't know exactly how to articulate what its meaning to me is, but I know that it has a lot of it because of how important I feel like it is.
Reflection means to rethink about stuff that has happened before. Consider what could have happened to make something better, and also appreciate whatever is happening right now.
I guess it's sort of like mindfulness, both in sort of like a more philosophical sense, but also in sort of the wellness sense. To me, reflection is just making sure that I take the time for myself to just sort of ground myself in reality and who I am and who I want to be and where I want to be going.
To me, reflection is thinking about things in your life that have already happened to like gain a sense of clarity. Usually it's pretty refreshing after. Yeah, I guess reflection is like looking at where you are and like thinking about like where do I go from here? Definitely, but also I guess appreciating what you have, like reflecting and seeing like wow, like I've come so far, but then also like what else can I do? Like where can I go from here? I think it's really important too. I try to journal, but I haven't journaled in a while, so I'm not too good at keeping up with that.
I think everybody should. I think everybody should incorporate reflection in their life. I definitely do my best. I would like to be better at it, especially at William Mary, things move really fast, and usually we have a lot of responsibilities and obligations, and so I think it's really easy to get caught up in the moment and just assignment after assignment, going from one meeting to the next, hauling ass across campus, without taking a second to think. But I try to take a chunk of every day where I like sit at the sundial or outside of Jefferson or I'm on the Sankiji, and I just sort of think about what my day's been like, what does tomorrow need to be like, are there things I should be doing differently, are there things I'm not aware of, sort of how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Especially for me in my 4 years here, it's really easy for me to forget like to eat. because I'm moving so quick. And so in my last 2 years here at William Mary, for sure, I've really forced myself to take time throughout the day to make sure that I'm taking care of myself before I move on to the sort of bigger things in life.
It's definitely something that I think is a thing that we should all do more, is like reflect on like the good things. And sometimes I feel like, college, we're all reflect on like, oh, I wish I didn't say that thing, or I wish I did better on that test, or like I wish I didn't do this or I didn't do that. So like sometimes like reflecting and holding on to the things that we really shouldn't beat ourselves up about, and maybe spend more time on like the good things, like, oh, like I did good on that presentation, or like I just like made a new friend, or I did something awesome, just like more like positive reflective praise.
I definitely do it, and I definitely say that we should do it more often. And the way I reflect through out my day is basically when I go back to my room, trying to go to bed. Maybe sometimes even look at the pictures that I took with my phone, even sometimes the Instagram stories. I post regularly there, so I really think it's important to reflect on whatever happened throughout our day, classes, even interaction with friends and other people.
Sometimes if I'm feeling really nostalgic, I will. Like if I'm hanging out with my friends and we talk about like high school or like our hometowns, and I'm like, oh wow, like I wouldn't have had this kind of like feeling at home, or I wouldn't be this kind of person if I didn't go here. So maybe like in times like that where I feel like really grateful, I'll reflect, but I don't reflect as much as I probably should.
I try to. I don't always, but I do. I tend to overthink things, so I do reflect sometimes to my detriment. But I think it's something that's really important, so I try to do it as much as I possibly can, and to think about what I've done and why I've done it and why things are happening and what's going on there. So I try to. I hope I do okay with it.